The first stop on today's Around the Island trip is PT power plant. Behind right here is Esmeralda Valley, and it's looking beautiful, but of course the green scenery is kind of gone from the typhoon that passed by just about 2 weeks ago. And just gonna check it out here, see how it's looking, and continue on this road trip around the southern part of Guam. Some sea urchins, some man fishing, not sure what he's trying to catch. There are some little tiny fish in here, very beautiful little fish, but they don't look that edible. As you can see, there's some coral there. There's been a lot of erosion from the typhoon. As you can see, the water was flowing and running around. I'm guessing this little Esmeralda Valley here overflowed pretty bad. Looks like a tourist lost their hat. Water looks quite low because of low tide. Now we're gonna hit the road. It's gonna take a bit to get to the second stop here, but we're leaving the PT power plant area. We're gonna pass by Navy and Apra Harbor, and then we're gonna work through the villages of Santa Rita, Agate, and land ourselves into the village of Umatak. And there we're gonna go to stop 2, which is gonna be higher in elevation. So enjoy the scenic drive to get there. Alright guys, made it to the Mount Lam Lam Viewpoint here. It's a little like checkpoint viewpoint. Let's check it out. Here it is, Cetti Bay Overlook. That's what it's called. I totally forgot the name. But it's a nice overlook looking over the southwest western part of the island. You can see Cocos Island from here. And of course, because of the past typhoon, everything's gonna look a little brown, of course, so it will come back green soon. But check out this view. Cocos Island. And then you've got like all these little bays and stuff that are pretty discreet, hard to get to unless you hike down or you have a boat. And then Mount Lam Lam would be way up there somewhere, highest point on Guam. Now, one of the cool things about coming up here is it's just so quiet. Like, you can see all these cars here right now. People are hiking, maybe down the Cetti Bay or Mount Lam Lam, as it's a perfect day. But I just like coming up here because of how quiet it is. Fuha Point, if that's how you say it. It's a natural landmark. Has been designated and registered as a natural landmark under the provisions of the Historic Sites Act of August 21st, 1935. The site possesses exceptional value in illustrating the natural history of the United States. The U.S. Department of Interior National Park Service, 1973. Yeah, it's pretty cool, you know. There's another viewpoint here. You can see you can go up the stairs all the way up, and you get another nice view as well. But I'm going to continue on this trip around the south here, stopping at multiple places. The next part of the drive is one of my favorites here on the island, especially in the south, because you get these beautiful views from the mountains to the ocean, and the roads are just winding and turning. It's super picturesque, so enjoy the views until we get to the next scenic spot in the village of Umatak.
Colors in my head, dishes in the kitchen sink, radio humming, the birds are singing, calling in the morning breeze. Pictures on the shelf, whispers of another life, footsteps fading, feeling haunted, chasing down the evening light. I'm not one of the young anymore, time's got me down. If this is meant to be, then why am I spinning out? Walking the line like somebody who's figured it out. I've never been this old before. You know I've heard it told, you better do it all right now. The moment's fleeting, disappearing, go and find it in the clouds. I'm not one.
Now it's quite windy. Welcome to Umatak. Here, this is the Umatak Viewpoint, looking over the little village here, and you can see the Spanish Bridge. It's super windy right now, but I'm going to show you guys. This is an amazing view spot. There's some history over here you can go check out, but man, the south is incredible. That is the little bay right here where it's coming in. As it comes in, you have like a little village here. There's a church, there's a little library over there that way. You know, a lot of destruction did happen over here in the bay. That's why there's an excavator you can see. He's kind of fixing up the beach. It overflowed into the boat ramp, so he's making it nice. And then if you look way over there, that's where I believe it's a Portuguese bridge, I think. I'm not sure. I believe it's Portuguese, but I might be wrong. Maybe Spanish. And yeah, it's a super cool bridge. I wish you can go up into it, but it's nice to drive under it and to get a look. So over here at this viewpoint, there's a little food stand. It's actually a coconut stand. The guy just pulled away, but this guy's been selling coconuts here for a very long time. So you can get a fresh coconut. You can enjoy the beautiful views of the Guam coastline here, looking out to the Pacific. And then yeah, there's this little fort with some cannons. You can see there's a little map here of the village area, Umatak village, Fort Santo. That's the village. You have the bay. You have San Dionisio Church, Magellan Monument. Man, I'm terrible at pronouncing these words, but yeah, right there. I wonder what this looked like way back when, 100 years ago. I wonder if there's any photos. I might have to check and look for that. But yeah, Fort Nuestra de la Soledad, 1810. Like, imagine being one of the soldiers here. You're stationed and you're waiting for the enemies, or you're looking out for the enemies, and you're just looking off into the distance, and when you spot them, you tell your men out here, fire the cannons. You know, I imagine that's what it was like. For the next stop on the southern trip around Guam, we're going to work our way into the next village of Malesso or Merizo, and there we will be able to visit one of the best places to swim in the south, and a lot of people enjoy it, and that is the Merizo Pier. So let's get there.
I've never been this old before. Who knows if I find it, whatever it is. How can I be made to? I'm only a kid. I'm not wanna be young anymore. Time's got me down. If this is meant to be, then why am I spinning out?
Welcome to Malesso, or also known as here Merizo Pier. This is one of the spots actually that's nice for swimming. I've been here swimming a few times, and also to get a nice view of Coco's Island. But let's just go out here to the pier. Let's check out the view, give you guys a glimpse of the natural scenery over here. As you can see, the trees are still pretty brown from the salt spray and the typhoon. Do not enter, so you're not supposed to go on the pier anymore, I guess, maybe? Or maybe you can and you just can't go over there. But look, you can see the pier is in rough condition, but they added wooden ladders on the side there. A little car wash happening right now. Car washes are a big thing around the island where people just kind of pop them up and will wash cars. But check it out. There's Coco's Island there. The water is so turquoise colored, so perfect. And then way out there to the left, kind of hard to see from here, is I think Bimini, or no, not Bimini. What is it? Bikini Island or something like that. Always see the ad on YouTube. But there's like a little kind of area you can hang out at and enjoy the nice refreshing water here in Guam. But yeah, This is Merizo, Malesso. Very cool area, just at the bottom of Guam. And then, of course, you can see people are going to go fishing. This is where people launch their boats. Excellent place to visit here in Guam. But I've been here many times, and I took a lot of videos in the past here, so I'm going to show you guys how beautiful this place is right now. And now the next part of this drive is going to be looping around the bottom of the island to the eastern side, where we will go from the village of Merizo to Inarajan. Enjoy these views, as this is as south as you can get without going to Cocos Island. All right, guys, after about a 14-minute drive from Merizo Pier, made it to Inarajan Bear Rock. If you don't know, maybe you already do know if you're from Guam or you used to live here, that's Bear Rock. The rock out there looks like a bear. Check it out. What do you think? Does it look like a bear? Does it look like something else? Maybe from this angle, it's definitely hard to tell, I guess. So this area, Bear Rock, it's a little muddy looking here in the water. It's not the nicest little bay area, but I'm sure a lot of boats launch out of here and go fishing or whatever. But it's just cool to stop to see Bear Rock. But we're gonna go over there to the other side of Inarajan and see the pool areas, and then work our way back up the other side of the island into Talofofo. The second to last place we'll be visiting on this southern trip around Guam is just a place that's right up the road from Bear Rock. That is Inarajan Pools. Oh, it's muddy. Oh, it's so muddy. Oh, dang. Did not see all that mud right there. My shoes just got messed up. Anyways, made it here to the Inarajan Pools, as you can see. I've showed this before, I think, in a video, or maybe not, but I've been here many times. And this is a really cool place to snorkel, to swim, jump off the diving platform there. But as you can see, the pools are in rough shape. The typhoon did some damage here. Look, you can see it just eroded away, washed out. It's all washed out on that side. And you can go up there and get a little view of the area. But this is a cool place to come at the bottom of the island and experience something different. As you can see, there's a couple people snorkeling right now. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. You have some people fishing, but I wasn't sure if you could fish here, but I guess you could. But yeah, cool place to come. You just can't go out there because that's where the waves are and it's pretty dangerous, so you have to stay in here. But yeah, this place got hammered by the typhoon. Another cool place to visit here in Guam. Let's continue the road trip through the south and around the island, heading back up towards the north. And we're probably gonna stop at one place to get some food. Now there is only one more place to see on this trip around the south of Guam, and that is in the village of Talofofo. This one's going to be a bit of a drive, so let's get there and enjoy the views as always. Alright guys, made it here to Talofofo Bay, Talofofo Falls. The Yokoi Cave is that way. There's a guy down here in the bay. This is where a lot of people go surfing and stuff. Usually the waves are pretty good here. You can go all the way out, surf this whole area. And you can actually see there's a guy windsurfing down there. Just ripping it up by himself. That would be pretty fun to do. Oh no, he's gonna fall, and he fell. Looks like the wind calmed down. But yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So this is the last little area, the last bay, and then we start heading back. Now here in Guam, when you are going around the southern part of the island or you're doing a little road trip, you must stop at one place that is in the buffer area of two villages. That is Jeff's Pirates Cove, which is I guess in Ipan technically, but it's also kind of Talofofo. But yes, this is a place that you must stop, and as I said, I am hungry and I need to get some food, so I had to make a stop here as I usually do when I go around the island. So the last place I will show you is Jeff's Pirates Cove. Now my goal for Jeff's Pirates Cove was just to give you a glimpse of what this place is. My idea was to sit down, order some food, kind of show you what I'm eating, just give you a quick glimpse, and then also the atmosphere, the ambience, and all of that. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened. It was a semi-busy day, as you could see by the parking lot. The food took forever. We waited about an hour and a half just to get our food, which didn't seem right. All the other times I've been there, it's been pretty quick. When I say pretty quick, usually like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to wait for food is somewhat normal sometimes. But an hour and a half was just strange. And I think what happened is orders got mixed up. People got our food. They had to remake it and stuff like that. So having to wait for our food forever just threw me off. And I really didn't feel like filming anymore. But instead, I just took some B-roll shots so you can see. This is Jeff's Pirates Cove. There's a lot of good food here, you know, from fish to burgers to, you know, local things. And then also, there's just a lot of history here. So you can walk around the restaurant, see different pictures of different people that visited in the past, and just a whole history of how Jeff kind of made this place a famous landmark in Guam. And then outside of the restaurant, you can just kind of go out and enjoy the atmosphere. You can't swim there, but you can enjoy the coastal views looking all the way to the north. You can play some volleyball and just have a good time here. It's a really cool place to have events, and I totally recommend you checking it out if you've never been here in Guam. But yeah, that's it on this southern trip around the island, and now it's time to head back up north through some other villages. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap up this trip around the southern part of Guam. I know you guys have been asking to check it out and to show you what it looks like and stuff like that. It's really hard to show you the entire south in one video because it is so big. There's so many villages, there's mountains, there's viewpoints, there's hiking, there's places to go swim, places to eat, and stuff like that. So this is a video that lump sums it all together, and as you can see, we really stopped at a good amount of places. Now let me know, are any of these places I visited some of your favorite? Have you never even been there? Did you not know about them? Let me know what places in the south you really like, and maybe where I should check out next time when I go around the south again. But yeah, as you can see, I visited quite a lot, and honestly, I could have made this video hours long with just the footage from driving because it takes a while to drive. But I hope that gives you a glimpse of what the South looks like, especially if you're somebody that hasn't been to Guam and maybe you're thinking about it and you want to know about the different areas in Guam. This will kind of capture that for you and help you understand what the South looks like compared to the other videos I've been making, which are mostly in the central and north area. But yeah, as you can see now, I'm driving back north, heading through the village of, which I never can pronounce right, Yona, and then going into Minilao, and then going back to the center of the island and gonna do some errands while there's still some daylight today on this Sunday. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys soon from the next video somewhere here in Guam. Peace out. Since you made it all the way to the end of the video, if you haven't done so already, give this video a like, and the YouTube algorithm thinks you'll like this next video, so click here.